So I have 18 days until I walk into the courtroom to start my divorce process. And while I count down these days, I'm going to be reading a chapter from my book that I'm currently completing called Heal, Don't Leave. And it is a devotion to encourage wives to get inner healing so they can thrive in their marriage. And so, chapter one is called The Marriage Mirror. As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart. That is Proverbs 27, verse 19, NIV. Let's take a deep breath together, sis, because before we can heal anything in marriage, we've got to start with the hardest and most powerful truth. Your marriage is a mirror. That reflection, it's not just about your husband, it's not even just about the relationship, it's about you, your wounds, your triggers, your beliefs, your inner child, your past, your patterns, your voice, your silence, your longing to be seen, safe, and secure. And let me tell you something hard but holy. Sometimes the biggest breakthrough isn't found in him changing, it's in you finally seeing you clearly. I know that's not what we want to hear when we feel hurt or unseen. But the Holy Spirit is gentle and he reveals to heal. This chapter isn't about blame, it's about brave self reflection. Because you can't heal what you won't look at, and God can't change what you keep pretending is fine. Let's talk. Marriage doesn't just show you your spouse, it shows you yourself. Think about the last disagreement you had with your husband. It could have been about something small, a tone, a comment, a forgotten task, but somehow you felt yourself unraveling. Maybe your chest got tight. Maybe you withdrew, shut down, or lashed out. Maybe you spiraled into thoughts like, he never listens, or I don't even matter. Let's pause right there. What if it wasn't about the dishes? What if it wasn't about the text he forgot to send, or the way he walked past you? What if that moment was a mirror, reflecting something deeper in you? This is the divine gift of marriage. It reveals us to ourselves, not to shame us, but to shape us. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? That's Matthew chapter 7, verse 3 NIV. That verse isn't a rebuke, it's an invitation. Jesus isn't saying you're bad, he's saying, come, look deeper. I want to set you free. Your reactions are clues, not curses. Let's be real. We don't usually get upset about what's happening in the moment. We get upset because of what that moment touches inside of us. When he forgets something important, you feel unworthy. When he needs space, you feel abandoned. When he raises his voice, you feel unsafe. When he doesn't respond, you feel invisible. Sis, those feelings didn't start with him. They started somewhere in your story, and now in the covenant of marriage, God is using that relationship as a mirror to invite you into healing. So when you react strongly, I want you to pause and ask, what is this really about? Where did this wound first begin? What part of me still believes I'm not enough? This is the inner work. It's sacred, it's messy, it's holy, and it's necessary. And that right there is just part of chapter one called The Marriage Mirror. And although I am going through a divorce process or about to go through a divorce process, um, I'm still a wife. I'm still a wife until that is finalized. So this book is absolutely necessary. It's necessary. Um, as I still allow God to dig deep. I mean deep, deep deeply rooted things. He's digging them all out, and some things go, I mean, there's just roots and roots and roots of things there that needs to be uprooted. And that this book is a result of the work that God has been doing within me during this time. So instead of me trying to do what I can do to save the marriage, I stepped aside and I allowed God to do what he needed to do. And that's what this book is. So whether you're separated, you're going through a divorce process, newly divorced, remarried, single, single with children, you're engaged, you're just going through a rough time in your marriage, this applies to every woman because inner work is always necessary. Allowing God to make you aware of the things that can hinder you, whether it's now or later on. There's always something. If you're going through something in your marriage, there's something there that needs to be revealed to be healed. So that is why the encouragement is heal, don't leave. Like in a marriage, you can heal and trust that God will do everything that needs to be done. It's not up to us to save our marriage or save our husbands in the sense of playing God, but it is up to us as women and wives to trust God. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I got so many other thoughts in my mind, but I'm just going to leave it right there. So